A who's who of media moguls are gathered to talk shop in Sun Valley, Idaho this week. They include my next guest. He's the Berkshire Hathaway director, Ronald Olson. Olson is also a partner at the law firm Munger, Tolles & Olson, which just got ranked the best elite law firm by American Lawyer magazine. So, Ron, congratulations on that accolade. No surprise, though, given the work you've done.
Thank you.
Okay, so Ron, some may not know, but you've been involved in a lot of major media deals in your history, in your career, either through Berkshire Hathaway. I'm also told that you were involved, for instance, in the Microsoft Yahoo proposed merger. So you certainly know a lot about deal making. What are you looking forward to this week? I mean, what kind of dealing and wheeling are you seeing right now?
I'm just looking forward to seeing a lot of old friends and make a few new ones. This is a gathering where it's like coming back to camp each summer for a lot of us, and my focus is more on those friendships than it is on the future deals that may emerge from them.
Okay. Well, who are the new people that you're most interested in meeting?
Well, let me just say, first of all, I'm looking forward to seeing the people that I've known for a good long time, and in particular Herb and Herbert Allen. It's their generosity and spirit that pervade this gathering and make it a very special event that becomes a highlight for most of us each year.
Right, well, he's the one, that puts it together.
On top of that, there are lots of interesting people here, many of whom I see throughout the year, and I use this as an opportunity to catch up. For instance, I'm looking forward to seeing my friend Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and Melinda. I haven't had a chance to talk to them since they put their philanthropic...
Ron, do you talk...
I haven't had a chance to...
Yeah. No, Ron, what I was going to say was...
Excuse me, I was just saying that I would like to catch up with them since they put their philanthropic pledge challenge out there to find out what kind of response they're getting. I'm looking forward to seeing my friend Brokaw, who I usually have my annual golf challenge with here.
Right.
Neither one of us are much in the way of golfers, but the competitive juices run.
Ron, what about Steve Jobs? Are you looking forward to meeting him if he shows up?
Well, I would always look forward to meeting Steve Jobs. I do not know Steve Jobs, so I would love to meet him.
And what do you want to hear from him? If he were to show up and make it and discuss, what would you want to hear from him?
Well, I would say the genius of his product development is, for me, what is most impressive. How that company keeps coming out with the kind of captivating product developments that it seems to is maybe not unique, but it is certainly to be admired.
We are back with Berkshire Hathaway director Ron Olson at Sun Valley, or from Sun Valley, which, by the way, looks a little bit chilly out there compared to the heat wave we're experiencing here in New York. Ron, aside from the media deals and the who's who that you're speaking to at Sun Valley, you're also, of course, heavily involved in what is going on in California. That's where you're based. You advise Governor Schwarzenegger on economic policies. A lot of talk, of course, about what is going on with the budget stalemate in California. A lot of people are throwing around the word bankruptcy. Is there a chance of that in California, Ron?
What was your question?
Bankruptcy in California. Is there a possibility given this budget stalemate that's going on?
No, we're not going to bankrupt our state. Our fiscal house needs to be put in order, no doubt about that. We have become a income tax dependent state, and when the state suffers a recession, the revenues fall greatly, as they have here. We have failed to discipline ourselves in the good years and put away a rainy day fund, as the governor has tried to impress upon the legislature a number of different times.
Right.
But we're going to get past all of that, and we're going to go on to bigger and better things. I'm, like the governor, optimistic. One of the reasons we've got a stalemate is that for too many years we've had our politicians choosing their voters instead of the voters choosing their politicians. What I mean by that is we've had a state system for redistricting that was done by the legislatures, by the legislature itself, and unfortunately they focused on protecting incumbency, and we had too many people going to Sacramento with extreme views and unfortunately unable to compromise.
Right.
We've changed that. We now have a commission that will independently draw legislative districts. We just passed another proposition that will establish an open primary that will get us centrist candidates and centrist legislators who I believe in the future will meet their June 30th deadline for a new budget.
And yet people continue to say, though, that California, as they're wrestling with their budget, continues to get mired in politics. Let's take the example of the minimum wage struggle going on right now. Do you support Schwarzenegger putting federal employee or state employees on a minimum wage?
Yes, I think the governor is right about that. I also support him in a number of other ways. For instance, he has spoken very directly to the need to get our state pension system in order for state employees and county employees and city employees. Those are pension obligations that overhang our state like they overhang most other states and are way out of control. This is a governor who understands economics and has spoken to it with force. Unfortunately, he has had a difficult time bringing the legislature with him.
All right, Ron, we've only got a few seconds, but let me ask you, are you confident that the budget is going to be put together and that California will not need to issue IOUs again?
I am confident the budget will be put together, and I doubt if IOUs will be needed again.
Ron, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. And I do owe you that cup of coffee for waking up so early for us from Sun Valley. Ron Olson.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ron Olson, the Berkshire board member and partner at Munger, Tolles & Olson from Sun Valley.